In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use MySQL inside TinyCommand workflows to automate your database operations. The idea here is simple. Instead of manually going into your database and managing records one by one, you can handle everything directly inside your workflow. We'll go step by step and look at all the MySQL operations like create, update, find, delete, and even running custom queries. I'll double click on the canvas and search for MySQL, and you'll see multiple operations like create record, update record, find one, find all, delete record, and execute query. Let's begin with the create record operation. Since we don't have a connection yet, we'll first add up the connection. You can either fill in the details manually or paste a connection string. In this case, I'll go with filling the details. So I'll enter the host, port, database name, username, and password, and then test the connection. Once it's successful, I'll save it and continue. Next, I select the table where I want to insert data. I'm using a dummy table for this example. Now we move on to mapping the fields. In this table we have ID, name, and is active. You can manually enter values or map data coming from previous nodes like forms, third-party app integrations, or any other sources. Once everything is set, I'll click test. You can see the record is created successfully, and that's how you insert data into your MySQL database using a workflow. Now let's move to the update record operation. So since we have already added the connection earlier, we won't be creating one. Instead, we select the same connection as well as the same table. Here, the important part is the where clause, which is basically your filter. This helps you identify which record you want to update by applying conditions. For example, I can say update the record where ID equals 44. This ensures that only the matching record is updated and no other data is affected. You can also add multiple conditions, switch between and OR, or even group conditions if needed. Once the condition is set, you define the fields to update. For example, I can change as active from 0 to 1. Then I run a test, and you can see the record gets updated successfully. Next, let's look at find one. This node helps you fetch a single record based on a condition. So again, I select the connection and the table. Here, in the where clause, we apply a filter and define the condition for the specific record we want. For example, I can say ID equals 44. What this does is return only one matching record from the database instead of multiple results. You can also sort the result and choose which field you want in the output. Once I test it, I get that single matching record. And that's how you fetch one specific record. Now, let's move to find all. As you saw in the previous node, find one helps you fetch a single record at a time. But if you want to fetch or search multiple records together, this is where the find all node comes in. This node is used when you want to fetch multiple records at once. Let's start with the simplest case. If you don't apply any condition, it will return all the records from the table. Once I run the test, you'll see the entire dataset in the output. Now, similar to before, you can also apply a where clause to filter records. This helps you narrow down the results based on specific conditions. Next, you can sort the records. For example, I can sort by ID in ascending order. And once I run the test, you'll see the same records arranged in that order. Then comes pagination. Here, you can define a limit which controls how many records you want to fetch at a time. You can also use offset to skip a certain number of records before fetching the next set. For example, if I set a limit of 5, I'll get only 5 records. And if I apply an offset, it will skip those initial records and fetch the next set. This is especially useful when working with large data sets or handling data in batches. Once I run the test, you can see the records are fetched exactly based on the configuration we applied. Now, let's move to delete record. Again, I add the node, select the connection and table. Here, you need to define a condition to specify which records should be deleted. For example, I can say delete the record where ID equals 44. There's also a warning here, because this is a destructive operation and cannot be undone. Once I test it, the record is permanently deleted from the database. Finally, let's look at execute query. This node gives you full flexibility to write custom SQL queries. So if you don't want to rely on predefined operations, you can directly write your own query here. For example, I can write a query to select all records where is underscore active equals 0. You can also map dynamic values from previous nodes into your query. Once I run it, you'll see all matching records in the output. And that's how you can use custom queries inside your workflow. So overall, with these MySQL nodes, you can create, update, fetch, delete, and even run custom queries all directly inside TinyCommand workflows. This means you can automate your entire database without writing back-end logic or handling things manually. And best part is, all it takes is a tiny command.